I know exactly the part you're talking about. I'll say one thing. I want to thank you for the call, Tammy. Thanks very much for being someone outstanding. This is one way to approach it. The Albuquerque mayor, he did something years ago where he saw homeless people, or people who were expressing homelessness, on the streets. You know what he said? Is he stopped and said, hey, if you work today, if you work, will you take it? And they did. He started a program down there of actually of having people work for money. This is a crazy idea that you would go to people who are homeless and say, hey, would you like some money in exchange for some labor? This program's not talked about. Why is this not discussed? But the riots are discussed down there, obviously. When the federal cops, look, I want to be clear on something. I don't want a federal police force. I'm a constitutionalist. I don't want that. But this isn't what this is. This is quelling riots that mayors won't quell. It must be done. It must be. Let's talk to, is this Edie in Cocoa Beach, Florida? Welcome to Rush's show. It's Todd Herman filling in. Did I get your name right, Edie?
Yes, you did. Thank you so much. I just want to talk about, I'm an anti-mask person. I think it's a little bit ridiculous that the mask only covers your nose and your mouth. But there's three ways the COVID particles can get into your body, and one is also the eyes. And why don't they make it mandatory to cover your eyes with some kind of eye protection? I mean, why, if it goes into your body three ways, then why leave one unprotected? Another thing is about the mask I heard, they want any face covering, so they don't care what you wear. But if you can honestly strike a match and blow it out, the mask that you have on is not working.
No, I don't want to repeat myself in the science because I don't want to cause Herman fatigue, because that is a syndrome. And you know what? In that case, you have to go to a robotic massage device. I'm seriously reading about this. In the age of COVID, there's a new company that's doing robotic massages. My goodness. But you bring up this point. I was in a store, and they tried to get me to wear the mask. I won't wear the mask. And I said, hey, you know what? It's your store. I'm not coming in. That's fine. But I just want to ask you a question. You have those masks for people, right? And the guy said, yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. You can borrow one of our masks. I said, have those been worn today?
Oh, my God.
He looks at me. I said, have they been worn? And he has this blank look in his face. I'm going to take that as a yes. I'm going to bet those have been sitting here all day. So if someone was exhaling COVID, those are here? Yes. Then, there's a local, I think it's Oregon, someone had this conversation with the local health board, Edie, that they put online. They asked, what should we do with the masks that we have? Where should we put them? And they said, just throw them in the garbage. The lady wrote back and said, so wait a minute. You're telling me that if I don't wear this mask, everybody dies, but I shouldn't put it in a biohazard container? And the health department wrote back and said, no, we don't consider that to be a biohazard. There's no sense. There's no sense. Thank you for the phone call, Ian. Thank you for that. When there is, look. I can go mask crazy. Can I just, let me tell you why. So it's not just here's what I really think the masks. I really think they're a way of extending the game. I really think the goal is to have visible signs to make people weak. I think it's a way to involve you in forced speech. There's a group called the Freedom Foundation that's suing the governor of Washington and now another state, I think it's Oregon, on the masks. And they're using that legal theory. You are forcing speech. I think what they want, this is the deep state, this is the state of the uniculture. What they want is fear. That's why they don't care what you wear on your face. They just want other people to be reminded that you might die because Orange Man bad. It's not just the science story. I refuse to be a walking advertisement for paranoia, which is designed for political gain. Hope that makes sense. Todd Herman in for Rush Limbaugh, the EIB News. You were listening to the EIB.
floor. We were in total darkness. Hyundai Epic Summary.
Enjoy Federal Hills.
Exit right.
Great dive and homelessness.
US 1, Rhode Island 126, North Main Street, Field Avenue. Then stay to the right twice at 25A, US 1, North Main Street. Stay to the right twice at 25A, US 1, North Main Street. In 900 feet, stay to the left across the street and turn left. Stay to the left across the street and turn left on Concord Street. Turn left on Concord Street. In a quarter of a mile, turn left on North Main Street. Turn left on North Main Street.
Hey, it's Todd Herman in for Rush Limbaugh on the EIB network. It is Open Line Friday, 800-282-2882. Lots of concentration about the schools and the science and facts. Kids are not at risk, teachers are not at risk. We've been through this. There was so much talk, deservedly so, when the virus comes to the country.
In a quarter of a mile, stay to the right to Pidge Avenue.
About dealing with this virus, with CNN pretending that hydroxychloroquine was deadly when it's used for 30 years. Doctors, in fact, prescribe it to themselves as prophylactics when they go through COVID hot zones. While that was still going on,